Hello students, welcome to our today's English class. So today in our English class we are in unit 5, that is a wise decision. Word meaning we have done already. Some new word meanings are given here: accidentally, by chance or by mistake, under wraps, hidden secret, hand it over, give away, headman, the leader of a village, merchant, a person who is involved in business. So today let us read this story, play. Let us read this play. Here you can see in this play some characters names are given here. Dazong, a young woodcutter; Peljang, Dazong's father; Sudan, a merchant; and the village headman and 2 attendants. Okay, in scene number 1 you can see scene number 1. Dazong, a young woodcutter, is returning home from a forest, carrying a bundle of wood on his head. On his way, he sees a purse on the ground. He drops the bundle and picks up the purse. See, the play starts with this scene. Okay, the drama play starts with this scene. What type of scene is here? That a young woodcutter whose name is Dazong is returning from his home, carrying a bundle of wood on his head. And what happened? That on his way he found a purse on the ground and he picks up the purse. Okay, and Dazong, what's this? A purse full of silver coins? Some traveler must have accidentally dropped it on his way. Oh well, the money will help us a lot. I wonder what father will say when I tell him about this purse. He lifts the bundle and goes his way, whistling happily. Okay, then Dazong says that the purse is full of silver and he was happy. Okay, and he also wondered that when he say that he found the purse with full of silver, what father will say. Okay, he wondered for that, and then he whistled happily and returned to his home. And in scene number 2, what happened here? In scene number 2, what we can see? A small poor hut. Peljang, an old man, is seated at a table sharpening an axe. There is a tiny bed in the corner. In scene 2, the father of Dazong was sitting on a table and he was sharpening his axe. Their house was very small, poor hut. Okay, very small house. And there we can see a tiny bed in the corner. Okay, this is the scene number 2. So what Dazong says here? Father, I found this purse with silver in it. Now we don't need to cut and sell wood for a month. We'll keep it under wraps. Isn't it wonderful? Peljang, my dutiful son, the money isn't ours and so we shouldn't use it. Open the purse and count the coins. See, Dazong said that, to his father that he found a purse with full of silver. And he also said that now from that day they don't need to cut and sell wood for a month. Okay, and Dazong was very happy. But what happened that Peljang, the father of Dazong, he said that the money was not theirs, so they shouldn't use those money. Okay, and also he said to his son to count the coins. How many coins were there? He wants to know that. Okay. Now Dazong was counting 27, 28, 29 and 30. There are 30 silver coins. Father, what shall we do with the money? Peljang, we'll honestly hand it over to our village headman tomorrow. Let him use it for the benefit of the village. Okay, Dazong, he counted the coins. There was total 30 coins in that purse. And the Peljang said that they will honestly hand it over to the headman of the village. Okay. Dazong gives the purse to his father and lies down on the floor. Peljang secures the purse and falls asleep on the bed. And after that, what happened? They both uh, fell asleep on the bed, and then scene 3 start there. Okay. So what happened in the scene 3? Shuden, again the new character comes here. Okay. Shuden, a well-dressed merchant, walks into the headman's office. Two attendants stand in a corner of the room. Now in scene number 3, we can find that Shuden, a person, a merchant, businessman. Okay, Shuden, and the headman and the two attendants. Okay, servant of headman. Attendants means servant. Okay, the person who work there. Then Shuden. I wish to report my missing leather purse of silver coins. I think it fell somewhere in the forest. When my horse was racing through, I realized I had lost it when I reached home. Now here, the merchant Shuden was here to report his missing leather purse. Okay, actually he wanted help to find out his purse. That is why he came to report to the headman of the village. Headman, I see. I think I can help you. A woodcutter handed over one such purse to me just this morning. Turning to one attendant, bring me the purse Peljang and Dazong brought in this morning. The attendant leaves. Now, what happens that headman of the village, he said that this morning two person, woodcutter and his woodcutter, woodcutter Dazong and his father Peljang, they came to hand over one purse which is full with silver coins, and he said that, and he ordered his attendants to return that silver coins to the merchant named Shuden. Okay. Now Shuden was very happy, but what happened here? Shuden begins to rub his hands and he smiles wickedly to himself. Wickedly means not in bad manner, okay? In a slightly bad manner, we can say wickedly, slightly bad manner, okay? Shuden begins to rub his hands and he smiles wickedly to himself. Now something happens in Shuden minds, okay? What happened? Shuden to himself, this is easier than I thought. If I am getting the money, why don't I ask for a little more than my 30 coins? Turning to the headman, thank you, sir. The loss of my 50 silver coins didn't allow me to sleep last night. I'm so grateful to you. Okay, here the greediness of that merchant we can see here. Okay, actually he got his 30 coins, isn't it? He got his 30 coins, but he thought that this is the another easy way to get more money. Okay, and then he made one plan in his mind, and he said that he lost his 50 silver coins. Okay, now on hearing 50 coins, the headman calls another attendant and whispers some instruction to him. The attendant leaves in a hurry. Headman, Shuden, please wait for a while till the money arrives. Shuden sits down, smiling and relaxes. The headman deals with some other people in the meantime. Soon the second attendant enters and whispers something in the headman's ears, which makes him smile. Okay, now what happened? The headman he told that merchant to wait for a while. Okay, till the money arrives. Actually, headman was also making plan how to treat that greedy merchant. Okay, and what happened that the headman deals with by the meantime, while Shuden was resting for a while, headman was dealing with some other people, and then the second attendant he came and whispered something in the headman's. Now headman, Student, I'm afraid there is unpleasant news for you. You said you lost 50 coins, and the honest woodcutters reported to my attendant that they found only 30. So clearly, these are not your coins and may belong to some other traveler. Good luck to you, and I hope you find your 50 coins. Okay, then uh, here the headman he said that the coin which woodcutter and his son gave to him, there was only 30 coins, but the student reported that he lost 50 coins, and the headman treated that greedy merchant very nicely, very trickily, isn't it? Student quietly hangs his head and sadly walks out of the room. The first attendant enters. Headman loudly. Student did not deserve his 30 coins because he was greedy and wanted 50. As a reward for their honesty, let these coins be given to Peljang and Dazong. Peljang and Dazong entered the room and happily accepted the reward for the headman. Okay, this is very nice story. At last, what happened that uh, the headman, okay, the headman of that village, uh, he treated he treated that greedy merchant, and he made a wise decision. Okay, very good decision he made. That what was the decision? That he decided to reward those 30 silver coins to honest Peljang and his son Dajong. Okay, at last, the ending of the story is very nice. And this is why we should not be greedy. Okay, we have to be happy what we have. Okay, and I think this is a very good lesson. So please read this play and try to understand. And also we have some activities given in this play. Some questions are here. Okay, 8 questions are here. You try to find out the correct answer and write answer in your own sentence. So only this much for today. Bye bye all of you.